it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new speed build video. Today we are going to be actually completing this wonderful shell by the one and only SunnySimsie, who is a talented builder. I love her builds. She is so creative and I wish I can build like her. But I think this challenge is just for fun that she's hosting. I'm not so sure if it's to celebrate any milestones or anything like that. But if it is to celebrate a milestone, SunnySimsie or Lisa, congratulations to you and you deserve it so much. But anyways, this is a shell challenge that she is hosting. And it is under the name SunnySimsie Shell Challenge 2 or SunnySimsie Shell 2. I'm not so sure which one it is, but I will definitely be writing it in the description box. So it is a fun challenge and I pretty much enjoyed furnishing and completing this shell challenge because the shape was quite easy and very cute for me. And at first I didn't really know what to go for the theme, but I decided to go for a kind of like a farmhouse in the city kind of build, and it is a small home and it only fits 2 Sims, and we are building this, or we are completing this shell on the lot where the pancakes Bob and Eliza live at. So basically I think this can also be counted as a renovation house for them. But the lighting over here is definitely nice in the sunset, so I decided to go for this lot. And the color scheme that I went for is kind of basic Fisher Price type of color scheme. I'm not so sure if you guys know what Fisher Price is, but it is like a toy company for kids, and the colors that they pretty much use, from what I remember, are red and green. So I decided to go and follow that color scheme, but instead it is kind of this farmhouse in the city type of home, because I will be also putting a chicken coop at the back part where the backyard is. So it turns out really cute in my opinion. But do let me know what you guys think in the comments. Of course, if you like this build, if you want to download this on the gallery, you can definitely do so under my ID, which is simmerkhai. I will probably be uploading this build earlier than usual because I think the touring dates of the shell challenge for this one is like 22nd on Lisa's Twitch channel. I will be also linking her Twitch channel in the description box down below, so if you guys want to check that out, you can definitely head on over there. But it was such a fun challenge, like I said, and I definitely enjoyed this one, even though I rarely could do like completing shells for other people. I think this was worth it because usually Lisa's builds are very cute, and I can imagine that her shell would be very cute too. I think she usually goes for like small homes that are pretty colorful and very pretty. So I decided to take some inspiration from her and kind of do my own version of colorful build. And I don't usually go for this type of color scheme with red and green, but I decided to do so since I thought it would be fun to look at and also just an experience for me. As for the landscaping, I did put a lot of plants here and there, and I use a lot of debug items such as those flower pots from the base game debug menu, and also at the back part I will be putting some debug stones from the base game menu that you will see after this. But I also ended up adding the usual landscaping stuff that I do, which is the Naupuka, I think that's what it's called in the game, from the Island Living pack, which are my favorite to be paired with the Bougainvillea ones from the Island Living pack. And I thought that the colors suited very well, and I also wanted to go consistent with the color scheme for the exterior, which is red and green. So I decided to just use the same things all over again and making sure that they are red and green. So that was kind of a fun experience for me. At first I wanted to put in this kind of swing set from the, I think, Seasons pack, and I didn't end up doing so because I pictured that this is a renovated version of the Pancakes house. Even though it's smaller than the original Pancakes house, I think it is much more prettier than that. So I ended up removing that swing set, but you can definitely change the family that lives here if you want to, of course, when you download this build. And I think I will end up changing that swing with a chicken coop from the cottage living pack, because the theme, of course, is a farmhouse in the city. But over here, I'm just decorating the porch at the back part of the house, and at first I wanted to use those fruit pattern table. That's very, very cute, by the way. But I didn't end up doing so because I thought that it doesn't really suit the theme because it's not as fruity as I imagined that it would be. So I instead went for the backyard table from the backyard stuff pack, which is pretty, and I paired it with the umbrella that came with the seasons pack, I believe, which is pink in color, and I thought that those color combination look really, really nice. Even though it's not green and red, I think it's still pretty. And as you can see over there, I put in a chicken coop from the cottage living pack. But anyways, I am using a different kind of reshade. It is called, I think, Sugar Cookies by, I'm not so sure what the who the creator is, but I was having some problems where the reshade and the black part, which is the MXAO, I believe, effect, is under, it's sort of glitchy and only like clips on and off. So I was like, oh my god, this is so annoying, and I didn't really know what to do. And then I found a solution, is where you basically have to go to like play mode instead of like build mode from the menu, so that this doesn't happen. And it's kind of weird. I don't know why, to be honest, this happens, but at least I found the solution. But anyways, that's just like me blabbering about the reshade because I was so annoyed by it. It took me like I think 2 builds happened like this, and then I found out the solution, which is pretty late. But I'm glad that I found the solution. But anyways, we are moving to the interior of the house, and the interior is pretty bright and white in color. As you can see, I used a white color flooring for the floors and also paired it with red and white wallpaper. I wanted to stay consistent, of course, with the exterior, so that I decided to put in a lot of reds and whites and also greens. But for the living room, it is pretty much simple. I think I will end up deleting that coffee table because I will be placing a TV in the dining room, which is what I rarely do. I never do that. Usually I like to go for what is like realistic and makes more sense. And usually in homes I see that the TV belongs to the living room and there's no TV in the dining room. But for this one, however, I decided to just go ahead and change things up a bit because I want to be able to experiment different styles. But over here is a stool that I found in the debug menu, which I never saw before. It really looks nice, and so I decided to add it in the living room to make it look like it's more cozier, and there's a lot more furniture in here. And I'm not so sure if that stool is functional, but this house is, thankfully. I actually had the time to make sure that this house is fully functional, and it's because I am like building it through the play mode and not the normal build mode that I usually do, which has the infinity amount sign for the simoleons. But yeah, the house is fully functional, so you don't really have to worry about your Sims not being able to move around. I made sure to make sure that they move around. And I tested this with the Eliza and Bob pancakes, and they were super annoying. They just like, I wanted to take the screenshots at the same time, so I had to move them around all over the place. So sometimes they're in the house and sometimes they're outside the house. But as you can see over here from my screen, there is some winter time going on, and it's because I was building this build in a world where, or in a save file that was in wintertime, and I forgot about that totally. So I had to like, you know save it to my library first and then continue it in another save file. I usually don't know how save files work, honestly, but I just figured that out. But anyways, talking about save files, I am planning to make one, and I hope it works, because usually what I just say like, I'm gonna make this, or I'm gonna make that, but then I don't make it. So I am planning to actually make a save file for my just for a hobby, or if you want to download it. Of course, I ran out a survey on Instagram to see which one you guys prefer, and a lot of my followers prefer like I think it was a themed and unlimited pack save file. So I will be definitely starting on that save file soon, and I really hope that I can take it out by next year, hopefully, because I think also a lot of them wanted New Crest or another world. I forgot which world, but definitely I will try my best to create a save file for my wonderful followers, and I hope that I don't get demotivated this time. But anyways, the furnishing is pretty much complete for the ground floor, and up here is going to be the bedroom, which only fits 2 Sims, by the way. I think I mentioned that previously in the beginning of the video, but it only fits 2 Sims, and I tried to find a bed that would contrast and at the same time be suitable with the wallpaper that you see, which I used from the Vampires pack, I believe, which are pretty patterned and heavily patterned. And so I decided to go with the bed that came with the cottage living pack because it really looks nice and plain, and I thought that the plainness of the bed and the pattern, there's no pattern on the bed, so the only pattern that exists in this room is going to be the wallpaper, which is very heavily patterned. And I'm not so sure about the wallpapers. I think they are consisting of bats now that I look of it, but when I was building this house and putting that wallpaper, I thought they were like vines or something. But anyways, that is the end of the video, so I really hope you guys will like this build. If you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I hope to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!